want to share with you one of the strangest stories I've ever had about branding. You would not think that a K-12 public school district would have a branding issue, but I was part of the Michigan School Business Officials as a president, and we conducted a millage study in bonds. We hired a company, Plant Moran, which is a worldwide known a management consulting firm as well as an accounting firm. And we wanted to sit down and we says, okay, we want to be able to pass bond elections with the public, and we want to look at millages to sit down and have operating money on a regular basis. So here we want you to do a couple of things. Do voters want a great school to support or a mediocre one to improve? If you're going to pass a millage, in other words, should you sit down and have let the grass grow wild in the front yard and all the voters say, I want my school to look prettier, so therefore I'm going to pass this? Or do you want to have an immaculate yard and the voters say, okay, are they going to say, well, they don't really need it, I can see it? Or are they going to say, yes, I want to support the school? So see if the school is good or bad. Who do voters believe on how they should vote? So we wanted to sit down and have them assess a lot of different things. So do voters want a great school to support or mediocre school to improve? They want to make certain that the grounds look really sharp and they associate the grounds with how the education is conducted inside. There is no relationship except for the fact from the voter's mind, if they're taking care of the grounds, if the grounds look groomed, if the bushes are properly trimmed, if the grass is mowed, if there's edging around there, if the flag is on top of the flagpole, if it's clean, the voters sit down and they know that good education is going on inside. Technically, they're two different things, but in the voter's mind, it's exactly the same thing. So if you want to pass your bond issue, if you want to pass your millage, get the grounds looking sharp and crisp in the process. How do they look at? They look at their child is somewhat satisfied. They look at the grounds. I'll get this. They also pay attention to the school office, the pathway from the parking lot all the way to the principal's office, for good or bad. Okay, they view that pathway as very critical. And the other part, the restrooms nearest the school office, because that's where they're going to go. Okay, so they pay attention to the parking lot, they pay attention to grounds, they pay attention going to the school office, the principal's office, and they also pay attention to the restroom that the parents will see. They based upon the good or bad of the school, depending upon all these physical elements, and they're making the judgment that those physical elements is exactly what takes place inside the classroom on top of it. That's how they determine if good education has happened or not. Who do voters believe in how they should vote? I put them in the reverse order you think. The least that they believe is truthful are the school board members, the politicians out there. They don't believe them. They don't believe the school administrators. They're not but paid patsies to go out there. They don't believe the teachers. They believe, as you go down further, they believe the custodians. The custodians don't have a vested interest about the whole thing. Of all the people, the one people that they trust the most as to whether or not they should vote for a millage issue, vote for a bond issue or not, is the bus drivers. The bus drivers, a lot of them are part-time employees. They have to get on a bus in the morning before school starts. They get behind the wheel of a 90-passenger bus. They're trying to control an entire busload of 90 kids in a rearview mirror above them. Oh my gosh, what a miserable job. It is really tough to be a bus driver. They got to cope with drivers cutting them in, cutting them out. They put their flashers on. Idiots drive by them and totally illegally in the process, but endanger the lives of kids occasionally. A bus driver's job is really difficult, but the parents see the bus driver on a regular basis. They bring their kindergartner as their tears are streaming down their face. They put the kindergartner and they wave goodbye to their child and the bus driver. They trust the bus driver of all the employees of the entire district, including the neighbor down the street who happens to be on the school board. They trust the bus driver because they know the bus driver will do their best to take care of their child. It's a big thing. So here's to prove the K-12 public school district brand: well-maintained laws, clean and uncluttered front office, clean restrooms, especially near the office, clean athletic facilities for the spectators, make certain employees know all the details about the bond issue, especially the two most trusted, the bus drivers and the custodians. Oh my gosh. Retail, here's the same thing. Checkout lines matter, pricing matters, product name, brand name matters, directional signage if you're in an office area, convenient parking, beauty salons, clean and entry, clean restrooms in a process. When it comes down to the asthma of brand, the call center, A human is so much better than a chatbot in the process. Website, if they can't find it in 3 clicks, you got a rotten website, you need to hire somebody else out there. Representative, the appearance, the greeting, the helper push, the follow through, the company follow up, brand, everything matters for your brand. Sometimes expectations by the company are not the same as their customers. Take care.